gotta do something about my lighting as well. I know. You know, I want to get going on my fairy garden, but other things come up. Today, what we're going to do, this is that moss. You soak it, and so I soaked it overnight, of course, in a little bit of hydrogen peroxide water. And I take these 2 pots. I don't want a whole lot of soil in here. What we're going to do is my pink princess, I'll show you in a moment. It has 2 babies in it. They put many in there when they sow them to you, see, make sure one takes. Well, one of them is actually developing a new leaf, and well, I just like to get them out of there and give them a chance to spread out and live a little. You know me, I'm always wanting everything to live a little bit more than they do. So, I'm just putting soil in the bottom here. There's some other mediums I need to get. I need to make some moss poles, but I don't have the proper encasement for them. So, what I'm going to do is hit this, of course, with my hydrogen peroxide water. And it's more of a loose soil because this has a lot of cocoa coir in it, which is fine. I want it to do that. The stuff I'm getting for it is more like rocks and gravel and stuff. But this is a really good medium for them. I watched this guy, and that's where I learned how to make the moss poles from. And he just has the most wonderful ways of growing things. And a lot of the things he does is without soil. And his apartment is beautiful because that's what it's decorated with. I'm going to leave this some room because we need to be able to get in there. And I soaked the plant overnight as well, so it'll be easier to work with. Now these things, I call it bleeding because it was kind of disturbing to me actually. I accidentally broke a piece. Oh yeah, here it is. Can you see that? That little area there? And it was like blood drops. Well, only it wasn't just blood drops. My hands and my shirt were covered. I want to make sure you can see this well. Okay. Because down here at the very bottom is where the little babies of the plants are. Yes, I wish my lighting was better. But can you see them in there? I'm gonna try here. Really working on my visuals here. Can you see that? Can you see where the one's trying to put on a new leaf here? So we're going to try to take those 2 out without disturbing the plant too much. These are pretty hardy plants though. This is one of my favorites. I was missing my children today. I went out shopping. And it's weird. This one reminds me of my daughter for some reason. So much so I bought her one and sent it to her. And I bought my mother one. There's something very special and sweet about this plant. And it has its own character. Alright, so I'm going to try and wiggle. I don't want to harm them. Definitely don't want to harm it. I want it to be able to live its own life. And this may take me a little bit. I might put this on slow motion. I just don't want to rush it. We got number 1. put him in his new home. Her. Which is kind of sweet actually, because I have 2 grandchildren from her. So, we're not going to name them their names though. That's disturbing to me sometimes, to name them after humans. Yeah, no. But, and my other one, I don't have to do this to, but for some reason it just kind of reminded me of my son. I don't know why. It's a beautiful plant. It's just sweet and kind. Anyway, so we're just going to let her just kind of sit. Hopefully she'll be able to recover from whatever I've done to her. Gotta get me some more spray here. Oh, I'm always doing this. So I'll spray her later when I get more. Let's get the second one out of there. They've got some really, really strong root systems in here. Can you see that? Right now. Just so she can have some stability. And I'm just going to leave her alone. Let her try to recover. I don't think that I caused her any real grief. If anything, she should feel better from losing all that dead weight. Well, I don't call it dead weight because it was living, but it was taking away from her. So I'm going to leave her today just to sit. And I don't know with these ones here, if I got enough of a root system. I got the root system, but I didn't get the top. My fault. But we'll see. I usually have pretty good luck with just about everything that I put in the ground. This has some roots on it, so that's good. So there's 4 more plants that were in there, but they were trying to grow and intertwine with the root system of the other plant. So I have very high hopes for this one. It was already giving me another leaf. This one here, we'll just see what happens. I always have high hopes. But this is just how to separate your pink princess. If it came with more than 1 plant in it, and they seem to be taking off well, I would definitely separate them out and let them spread out a little bit. But as soon as I can get the stuff from my moss bowl, I'll show you how to make those, because this, instead of putting these braces here like this, can you see that? Yeah, if I had a moss pole instead, I could have taken this out. I have to put the moss pole in And then I could have attached it directly to the moss ball, and I wouldn't be having to put these braces in here. I'm actually hoping that the wind doesn't knock them around and bruise my plant. But that's all I had for you today, Mama and Baby. Can you see the baby? Tell me you can see the baby. You have yourselves a lovely day, and you know I will as well. I'll talk to you later. Bye.